If you didn't know that someone hated somebody or highly disliked somebody or had mad jealousy of somebody, all you would have to do is take a look at these absolutely preposterous player rankings for the WNBA All-Star game. It's on otherworldly levels of hate and dislike and jealousy because there's no logical way or logical reason that one might think that Caitlin Clark in any world is the ninth best guard in the WNBA. But that's what her peers decided to do when they voted and made her the ninth best guard in the WNBA. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, Women's Basketball. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomot. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this content. Now, I understand that Caitlin Clark has had some injuries this year. I understand that because of those injuries, the last few games, she hasn't played all that well overall. Now, when you look at her season, the Indiana Fever right now sits at 8-8, and they are playing in the Commissioner's Cup tonight, in fact, against the Minnesota Lynx. While it is a meaningless game, it took beating the New York Liberty to get there. And they beat the New York Liberty with Caitlin Clark on the court. That said, Caitlin Clark, before she got hurt, was playing pretty well. Even with her off the court, or rather, I should say, even when she came back and she wasn't playing all that well after the first couple of games, her presence alone helps the Indiana Fever win. The Fever right now sit at 8-8. They're 5-4. I'm sorry, they're 8-8. They're 5-4 with her on the floor, and they're 3-4 with her off the floor. They have losses to Connecticut, to Washington, to Los Angeles. Those are some really bad teams. The only games they've lost with Caitlin Clark on the floor against teams that you would probably consider bad. At the beginning of the year, you would think Golden State, but they're sitting right now at 9-7. Shocking, incredible, incredible what they're doing there. They lost to the Aces, a road game. Now, you have a ranking list here that's popped off, and we'll talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way. We talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. I'm a little slow on this one. I apologize. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. So they ranked Alicia Gray number one. Let's pull up the actual rankings first. Let's pull up the rankings first. These are the rankings. So you have Paige Becker's. Let's look at player ranking. This thing right here, that's Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray is ranked number one. Sabrina Ionescu is ranked number two. Skylar Diggins is ranked number three. Natasha Cloud ranked number four. I can't help but laugh. Number six, there's no number five here, so I don't know who number five is. Number six is, I'm sorry, there's two number fours. Natasha Cloud and Paige are tied for four, so they don't have a six. Number six is Kelsey Mitchell. Number seven, Brittany Sykes. Number eight, we don't know. No list. They're not listed here. So it could be any one of a number of guards. Number nine is Caitlin Clark. Number 10, we don't know. 11, we don't know. Jackie Young is 12. And then you have 13, 14, 15, we don't know. And they have Kelsey Plum at 16. I'm going to tell you right now, the disrespect for Kelsey Plum is like the disrespect for Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Plum is third in the WNBA in scoring right now. Third. I understand the team might not be performing, to the way it may have been expected, but she's third in the league in scoring. And I have to think that if she wasn't playing, they would be worse than they are right now. This is a team that has been hit with injuries, that's got a new coach, that's clearly still getting used to each other. Sorry, she's fourth, my bad. Fourth in the league in scoring. But yet she's rated as the 16th best guard in the league. Let me give you an example of people that are not on the list that we don't see. Arike Gumbawale shoots 36.3%. Ryan Howard is not on the list. She shoots 34.2%. Caleb McBride, Marina Mabry, Sonia Citron, Ariel Atkins, Chelsea Gray. You can be sure Chelsea Gray is ranked probably in that 8, 10, 11, 12 somewhere area. Probably at 8. You can guess because it's just stupidness. Courtney Williams, Dejanay Carrington, Erica Wheeler, Jewel Lloyd, Veronica Burton, Sammy Whitcomb, Odyssey Sims, Kitcha Laska, and finally Lexi Hull. These are the top. I pulled the top 50 scorers in the WNBA, and these are all in the top 50 this year. Who the hell? First off, if you think right now that Caitlin Clark is not better than Kelsey Mitchell, Brittany Sykes, Natasha Cloud, Natasha Cloud, Natasha Cloud, I'll share with you. Natasha Cloud is averaging 9.1 points per game on 40% shooting and 28.3% from three. 6.5 assists. So let's take a look at Caitlin Clark's numbers next to hers. So Caitlin Clark averages more points by double. She shoots 1% worse. She's shooting better from three, even though she's been bad from three. She grabs more rebounds. She has almost 2.5 more assists. I'm not following. What is going on here? I know there's a massive love affair with Paige Beckers right now. Paige Beckers has missed some games too, by the way. Skylar Diggins is quietly having a really good season, but there's not a person on earth that thinks that Skylar Diggins is a better player than Caitlin Clark. Like, we need to stop this shit. We really need to stop this shit. It's becoming silly. It's really becoming silly. If you think that Skylar Diggins is a better player than Caitlin Clark, there's something seriously, seriously wrong with you. I, there's just no words for this nonsense, folks. There are no words for this type of nonsense. You can't possibly believe that Skylar Diggins is better than Caitlin Clark. Now we look at Sabrina Ionescu. Let's compare her to Caitlin Clark. She's averaging Clark is at 18.2. My mistake. I filled this out myself. This is all copy and pasted up top. All the other Caitlin Clark's not listed in the leaders because she doesn't play enough games for the league. Sabrina Ionescu is averaging 18.6 points to 18.2 points. She's shooting 40%, 32.8 from three, less rebounds, way less assists, less steals. I mean, let's take a look now. Caitlin Clark of the guards here listed has the most steals per game. She is tied for second in blocks with Skylar Diggins. Paige Beckers is actually number one at guard. She leads. She's second in rebounding behind Alicia Gray. She's first in assists. She's the only player in the league to average 18, 8, and 5. The only player right now. I mean, you can go through this. The shooting percentages are fairly similar. 3-point shooting, fairly similar. Most of these things are fairly similar in both ends. But yet, Sabrina's ranked number 2 and Caitlin Clark's ranked number 9. Everyone knows Caitlin Clark's better than Sabrina Ionescu. Come on. Everybody does. Alicia Gray's having a really good year. Having a really good year. She's benefiting a great deal from the size on her team that she now has. She's having her best scoring season, shooting season, everything. She's having her best season. So if you want to rank her ahead of Caitlin Clark right now, I'm not going to argue that. I'm not even going to argue that you rank some players ahead of Caitlin Clark. I really won't. I'm not going to argue even ranking Paige Beckers right now ahead of Caitlin Clark. I'm being real. Because we're talking about this year. We're talking about this year. But to sit here and tell me and think that Kelsey Mitchell's having a better year than Caitlin Clark, I know they're on the same team. We watch every game. We know who the player is. Brittany Sykes, she's shooting worse from the field than Caitlin Clark is, and she's living at the free throw line, getting more free throw attempts than anybody on the planet. Jackie Young is 12th, but Kelsey Plum at 16. Do they really think that Enrique, Ryan Howard, Kayla McBride, Marina Mabry, Sonia Citrone, Ariel Atkins, Chelsea Gray, Courtney Williams, or any one of those people is better than Kelsey Plum, who's fourth in the league in scoring? There's a serious, serious lack of consistency when it comes to these types of rankings. And the fact that these players, it's really convenient. It's really convenient. They don't like the straight white girls. I mean, Kelsey Plum is a beneficiary of white privilege. Caitlin Clark's a beneficiary of white privilege. Brittany Sykes and Kelsey Mitchell are better than Caitlin Clark. Stop it. Natasha Cloud doesn't belong in the top 20. I believe Natasha Cloud's a good player. I do. I genuinely believe Natasha Cloud's a good player. I think she's very underrated for her ability. But you're not going to put someone who's averaging 9 points in the top 4 in the league at guard. You're not putting someone in the top 4 in the league at guard who's averaging 9 points and 6.5 assists on 40% and 28.3%. It's preposterous. These are other guards that did not make the list. But some of these guards are sprinkled in this list at 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, and 15. Remember, this is the list that you got. Caitlin Clark led in fan voting. She's third in media voting. So she's behind Alicia Gray and Sabrina. So, hey, okay, fine. I don't agree with Sabrina at all. There's only one guard that I would put ahead of only one that I would put ahead of Caitlin Clark this year, and that would be Alicia Gray. In terms of on court, like she's been better. Period. She's been better. But player rank at number 1 is Alicia Gray. Player media rank is number 1. But to have Diggins at 4, Diggins at 3, Natasha Cloud, Paige at 4, Kelsey Mitchell 6. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Just tell everybody you don't like her. I mean, just get over it. There is a massive level of jealousy. You go look at the women's the front court. Collier's ranked number 1 in fan vote, ranked 2 in media rank, ranked 2 in player rank. Now let's talk about that. Has Nafisa Collier had? I'm being objective, right? I said I would put Alicia Gray ranked ahead of Caitlin Clark. And look, I might even sit here and say you this year, right now, you could potentially put Paige Beckers ahead of her. You could. I'm not going to argue it for the simple fact that she's had a really good year. Now, does she get guarded like Caitlin does? No, obviously not. We know this. We know it. But I'm looking at it from a perspective of the season that she's having. She's having a tremendous season. All my hats off to her. She's becoming the clear favorite for Rookie of the Year. But Nafisa Collier is having a better season than Asia Wilson every which way you can think of. It's not close. It's not close. And she's on the best team in the league. It's not close. Collier's at 24.4, 8.5, 3.7, 53% from the field, 40% from 3, 94% from the line. Is this really a conversation? 1.5 blocks, 1.8 steals. Is this really a conversation? You want to compare it to Asia Wilson? Asia Wilson stats this year. Asia Wilson this year. Where is it? 21.6, 9.9, 3.8, 1.9 steals, 2.6 blocks. She's shooting 44%. She shoots 19% from three, 86 from the line. You're not going to sit, and her team is 500. You're not, and she's still playing with people that are largely considered all-stars. But yet, media and players ranked her better than Nafisa Collier. I completely disagree. Brianna Stewart's ranked fourth across the board. Leah Boston is second fan vote. Obviously, she's further down in media and player. Nneka Ogwumike is the third best front court player in the league. Come on. Come on. Angel Reese comes in fifth in fan vote, but 12th in media, 12th in player vote. Alyssa Thomas is 13th in fan vote, but 7th in media, 6th in player. Look, man, the most glaring one there to me, without a doubt, is Nafisa Collier, Asia Wilson. But it shows there is a disdain for certain people. The fact of the matter is, if you have Caitlin Clark ranked ninth, and this is an average, by the way. Think about it. This ninth is an average, folks. This is not a matter of everyone ranked her ninth. This was an average. So there are people that ranked her lower than that. Think about that for a second. There are players who ranked her lower than the ninth best guard in the WNBA. I'm not even getting into the attention she's brought to the league because it's not the conversation here. It's not. And people will mix the two and say, "Oh, well, she draws the most people. She got the most fan votes." I don't care about that. The fan vote's great. The fan vote has made people actually pay attention to the game, and is why other players have votes, because if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark's presence, they wouldn't even have votes. We wouldn't even be talking about this conversation right now. We wouldn't be having this conversation because nobody would care. But at the end of the day, from a basketball specific perspective, they're 5-4 when she plays. They're 3-4 when she doesn't. They're better when she plays than they are when she doesn't. No one on earth is going to argue that Kelsey Mitchell's better than Caitlin Clark. Not anyone with sense. Not anyone with sense. Could there be people that would argue that Sabrina Ionescu is? Yeah, they would probably not have much sense either. Is anyone really arguing that Natasha Cloud's better than Caitlin Clark? And you're not even talking about like 8 and 9. You're talking about they ranked Natasha Cloud fourth, tied for fourth with Paige Beckers. And Caitlin Clark is ranked ninth. Kelsey Plum is ranked 16th. They really hate Kelsey Plum. 16th. If this is not eye-opening as to the hatred from their colleague, from their colleagues. So I'm gonna sit here and say Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum are hated by their colleagues. They're hated. I love Skylar Diggins. Skylar Diggins is not better than Caitlin Clark. She's not better than Caitlin Clark. Might she be having a better season than Caitlin Clark statistically? Yeah, a little bit. But then you look at rebounds and assists. Caitlin Clark is dusting her in those categories. They play a different type of game. Diggins isn't being guarded all over the court. Diggins doesn't have all the focus on her. That's the thing. These players that are ranked ahead of her do not have the focus on them that Caitlin Clark has. They don't play under the spotlight that Caitlin Clark plays under. They don't have the coverage in terms of defensive assignments, people guarding her. How many do guard her? They don't do it. So if you have Arike Gumbawale, Ryan Howard, one of these, I'm pretty sure it's Chelsea Gray. But and then Kelsey Plum is ranked behind players like Ogumbawale and Howard. That's my guess. That's who's probably there. You just show what a joke of a league. You just show what a bunch of joke of human beings you are. You're all full of shit. Seriously now. Seriously now. Y'all are clowns. Y'all clowns, bro. It's clown shit. Seriously. This is clown shit 101. It's unbelievably frustrating as a fan, and it should be bothersome to you, even if you're not a fan, to show that they will hate you. They will do everything they can to hate you, and they'll show it whichever way they can. People are asking, like, why is Caitlin Clark getting all these votes? Well, because she's popular, obviously. Anyone arguing that she doesn't belong in the All-Star game is an idiot. Magic Johnson was voted into an All-Star game when he didn't play a game, when he was diagnosed with HIV back in 1991 in the NBA. There are players that have injuries all the time. They get voted into the All-Star game. All-Star games are for fans. They're not for players. This is the thing that the WNBA doesn't remember. Players in the WNBA do not get the All-Star game. I wish they would completely leave media vote and player vote out of it. I hate what they do. I hate that they've added it. I hate that they added it to the NBA because it's not about that. It's about the fans. The fans vote. This is the game. This game is for fans. This is why you wish, as a fan, the men would play hard, because we want to watch the best in the world bust each other's asses. I respect the women. I respect how they play. They played hard. They want to win. That's personal. The men don't take it personally anymore. But I want to see the best players in the world. I want to see the players we want to see the players we voted for. Having media members and player votes skew the rankings, I don't want to see that shit. I hate it. I don't like it. This is not about this particular situation, because I've seen it in the NBA and I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I think that the fan vote is what it should be. It's a fan vote. This game is in existence for the fans. Most players don't want to play in an All-Star game. Most players want the time off. They want to have the week off. They don't want to play in this shit. They'd rather not be there, at least in the NBA. But they're forced to. But to show how much you hate somebody by voting them as the ninth best player, there are so many players that have started in the All-Star game that have been voted into an All-Star game. And it's not like she's missed the entire season. She's played 9 of 16 games. By the time they get to the break, she'll have played probably in 70% of the games this season. Presumably she doesn't get hurt again. They have like 8 more games before the break. 7 more games. So she'll have played in 16 of 23 games. Shit's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they'll keep telling you, these people will still tell you that they have no issue with Caitlin Clark. Miss me with the bullshit. You know, I wish they'd make the players put their names on where they vote for their colleagues. Own your vote. Own the vote. They won't own the vote. That just makes too much sense. It just makes way too much sense to make them own the vote and put their name on it. But anyhow, that's all I got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, Women's Basketball. Come on now.